You go, bro.
2 is rolling.
I'm Kai
Chinese.
So I'm gonna do just like a brief introduction, and then when I say like, "What's going on, guys?" I want you to do that fucking harmonizing thing you're doing before.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll start off.
I need a sneeze.
Dog shit!
Maybe I'll point this down.
We need shit like that in the background, bro.
Yeah,
I'll try and get hay fever while you
Hey, bless you, Mr. Adlibs. I'll be bless you.
Rage rap is a new underground hip hop movement in Brisbane, meshing styles between EDM, trap, and hyperpop. We got some bloody legends of the underground scene here today. We got Louis Vicious, Uchi's Mood, Deidre Black, Stewie, and Brady. What's up, Brady?
just in the back like a crazy motherfucker.
Sion, Gang Khan.
He's the main act.
He's the main act.
I actually headline every show.
No shit.
Stu works for him.
Where are you guys from, and what inspired you to be musicians? Or who inspired you, rather?
Well, fuck, I'm from fucking Sunny Coast, 456, boy. Fucking, I just been always playing music my whole life, and I fucking never found anything that really like suited what I wanted to do. So when there was like rap met like other genres and shit like that, I was like, hell yeah, it's time to fucking rage on some shit like hard beats mixed with some fucking punk style like energy and shit like that. That's basically where I got it from.
I started off in New Zealand. I was born in New Zealand and came over to Australia at a young age. Basically, I grew up on a lot of R&B and like reggae shit and all that kind of stuff, like the 90s and soul and all that kind of shit. But then, like, sort of growing in with these boys and the sort of turn that I took in my life, especially with my depression and the mental health that I've been dealing with in the past and over the past few years. I turned into the emotional melodic and then sort of just all alternative aspects of rap and all genres. I'm a versatile artist that wants to touch base on everything that I can. So like that's me. Lucy,
Shit,
where you at, bro?
I'm from Capella, bro, in Southside Brisbane, and I've been doing music for like, I've always been around music most of my life, but it's only when I was like 12, 13 when I was like, shit, I want to do something with this. And then yeah, I was always listening to like no specific genre. I was listening to everything. Like I've always been like, I don't really care about a genre as long as it sounds good to me.
For sure.
As long as we're raging.
Well, that's it, and that's why me and especially Uchi touch base on a lot of the shit that we make, because like we've been through the trenches together and a lot of the shit that we've done, like especially with the emotional shit and everything like that, and the mental states have been crazy for us both. So that's how we really like grew our love together as like not just brothers, but also like blood brothers. And that's also to me like it is with fucking Louis here and with my fucking manager, my boy, my fucking lifesaver right here, Stewie, fucking 42 on the gang. Bro, all of us together, bro, all of us motherfuckers wouldn't be able to put aside that we're actually not blood brothers, and we all have the same mother. Pretty much all of our mothers accept us to be their sons, so I ain't even tripping. Especially Louis. Like I wouldn't be where I'm at without Louis. From where I was always making sad shit, and then I moved on to a lot of this slap type shit and all that kind of stuff, and he really like pushed me to be where I am today. So without these two boys, I would not be where I'm at today.
Whole lot of 42 shit.
For real. That's why we're at 42, bro.
And speaking of 42, I want to talk about Stewie, the man behind the magic. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here today. So,
Oh God.
Can you give a bit of an introduction to the audience as to what the 42 Collective is and what your goals are?
Yeah, so really the 42 Collective, it comes from a place of like, I guess all of us have always been outcasts in our lives until we found each other, so to speak. And I know a lot of the people that do listen to the music that these guys make do feel a little bit lonely at least. All of us, like Tom was saying, like Deidre was saying, like we have been through like some shit for sure. So a lot of us have a lot of pent up like emotions, feelings, and we really like. And when it comes to things like say, like mental health, suicide, like different stuff like that, we all have a special place in our heart for it. So really, what we're trying to do with our collective in general is just make a place where everyone that comes to our shows will feel like there's somewhere they belong. Like, if you know what I mean?
Especially on the emotional side of things, like I myself, and I know for sure even like Uchi and shit like that, definitely would see ourselves as like protectors of the youth, because I don't want people to be going through what I've been through as a younger age. Like the shit that I've been through is unspoken of. Like motherfuckers can't really imagine what I've been. It's indescribable what I've been through, and like these boys literally saved me from where I was. So it all started like pretty much like of heavy Xanax use or heavy script use ever since I was probably like 13 years old, with heavy depression and anxiety, everything mental health wise.
It goes beyond the artist as well. Like it's not just a music thing at the end of the day. Like there's a lot of people that are close to us that are 42 that don't make music at all. They're not creatives. They're not like anything to do with that. They're just people that really needed someone or like a group of people to care for them, because at the end of the day, when we are alone in life, like
somewhere to be different and not feel different.
And for sure, and like all you motherfuckers gotta know that none of you are alone, especially when you're with us and especially when you listen to our music, none of you are alone. Because
we have a lot of people at our shows, man, that come from fucking like housing commission, that come from not even like having a house. People in like, what was that kid at our last show? Where did he come from again? Like docs and shit, man. Like he's He's with, like child safety and shit. We have people who are homeless at our shows, like, and we try and help even those people that can't even afford tickets to come to our shows, because they're the people that we want to rage with. They're the people we want to.
So like, like from me, like being successfully resuscitated from actually like dying from an overdose and then being brought back to life has like given me sort of an advantage on top of like when people listen to especially my emotionally melodic music, it helps them get out of that mind state that they want to kill themselves and things like that, which is what like, or at least numb the pain or tell them or show them that they're not alone, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't want, I want to be able to like help as many kids that I can, or as many like fucking adults as I can in any way that I fucking possibly ever could. And that's all our advantages. It's not about fuck the money, fuck the fame. It's not about that, bro. It's about fucking helping people, and that's all that I care about. Like that ass, I would be dead myself if it wasn't for me just wanting to help people.
Just trying to show people they can live their lives as well.
Exactly.
Like even if they're like, if we can do this shit, anybody can do this.
Exactly,
shit. Like,
bro.
a lot of my music comes from like, although I don't do like emotional shit, a lot of the emotion behind my music is trying to like show you that even though you feel like that, you can still rage and have fun, and you can still push through all that shit and get like follow your dreams and all that kind of shit.
And that's why even as of late, like you've been trying to touch base on like a pathway of also doing the emotional shit, and that's why I've been taking a path of like my demon shit, where I be showing this different genre of that I can do this rage shit as well, showing this versatility of like apart from like the seductive and the emotional melodic shit, you know what I'm saying? And like I know Uchi is as well, like especially with what you're doing, bro. Like you can probably tell more on like everything that you're sort of doing in that aspect of things, bro.
For sure. And speaking of raging, can you guys give us a bit of a gig recap of your first Black Bear show with Philo and the Stafford Brothers?
Oh, bro.
How did you score that one?
Bro, so I've been in this scene for a lot longer than people like actually even realize. Like I've been a bit of a ghost at the start, and like Data was saying before, like we've all had our like problems with addiction and fucking suicidal thought, just depression and shit like that. So like I was really stuck at a place for a while, not pushing forward, just being a lazy motherfucker. But like, yeah, since I've been in that scene for so long, I've been trying to make all these little connections anywhere I can, and Philo was one of those people I was like trying to talk to like at a very early stage, just like, I'm here motherfucker, I'm ready to rage, and like I just kept pushing, and then one day I just got a DM saying like, fuck yeah bro, you should come play at the show, and then
It's time.
yeah, and then I was so hyped, bro, and then he listened to our music, like mine and Data's music, and he's like, you know what, fuck it, you guys are opening for us, and we're like, what the fuck, it's our first show, sold that bitch out, man, fucking, Yeah, it was crazy. Even though we had COVID restrictions and shit like that, you wouldn't have even been able to see that there was any restrictions.
Of all honesty, like without me being put on, like it's only Louis that really put me onto that. And even that first show, like I was way anxious and shit like that, and I wasn't even at full performance level, and I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. But since we've gone to all these different shows around Brisbane, and we literally put on for every single motherfucker, I know that like even on Inside Roswell, like that shit, bro, we put on for these cunts like no other motherfucker in the city. If you want to see a fucking lit show, then you come to our fucking shows. No fucking word on my mom's fucking grave. You come to our fucking shows and you have the best time of your fucking life. No cap.
Prove us wrong.
Prove us fucking wrong. Exactly. Prove us fucking wrong. You can't, bro. You can't.
For sure, man. Inside Roswell, Back Dog Arts. That was my introduction to 42. To the gang.
Hell of an introduction.
And it was a hell of an introduction. You guys full 110% fucking centered, bro. It was ridiculous.
It's also just like the full, like the learning capacity that we've literally taken on, and the knowledge in such short time of like being able to fucking just like completely control the crowd.
Yeah.
Nothing, like with no fucking effort whatsoever, bro. Like from crowd surfing and shit, when shit that we haven't been able to do and all that kind of stuff, and like fucking like it's just like a next level of excitement, bro. It's like we want to be on stage every single fucking day. I want to be doing a show every day, and I know Louis and I know Uchi and I know.
Bro, I get depressed after shows.
Exactly.
Because you want to do it again.
Yeah. The thing is, we all have like an energy. We have some type of energy that isn't like we can't be matched.
And it's all about getting into that.
Made.
Nah, well,
it's only you born into this.
It's all about getting yourself into that fucking like full demon mode where you're not giving a fuck about anybody else or anything, bro, and you literally jump up on stage and you fucking just like get everything out of your mind, and you're there not to make the money, not to fucking like try to like get yourself any traction or anything like that. You're there to put on for the cunts that have literally come to see you. You're
just
fucking
be a part
fans.
of the euphoria.
You know what I mean? You're there to fucking put on for those motherfuckers. Like fuck everything else, bro. You're there to put on for them. That's it.
Louis literally sacrificed himself at that fucking gig. A full send. I want to talk about what happened at the end of the gig, if you're keen.
Yeah, no problems, bro.
If you're there, if you were at that gig, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't know anything was up until the end. So if you don't know, I was filming and doing photography that night. I got what I needed. I was like, okay, I'm going to go outside for a breather because it's fucking hot and hectic in here. I went out to the smokers. I was just chilling. And then this motherfucker, at the end of his set, stumbles out of the back door at Back Dog Arts, walks right up to me, collapses on the fucking ground, and has a seizure. And I'm like, what? Who is this fucking person? Like, what is this?
Rage, bro.
Can you explain what happened to you and how you raged so hard?
So, Data ended up having to play his set earlier because Nifty, shout out Nifty, fucking lost his USB. God.
Classic Fenny move.
God, classic Nifty. Yeah, he lost his USB, so Data was nice enough to fucking go first, but like we're in Nif's place, and then we sorted Nif out and shit. But during Data's set, we were raging so hard, and Stewie was on stage, and we we're basically like bashing Tom on stage, like, and fucking. Yeah, I fell over from like standing up and just hit my head on the fold back, like folded my neck into the fold back, and the fold back came off the stage.
That's why they call it a fold back.
Yeah, made me fold, like. And then I walked backstage, looked at our DJ, I was like, hey bro, check out this split on the back of my head, what do you think about that? And he said, fuck it bro, you pussy, just get back out there. And I was like, yeah, fucking rage! And then I went back out there, fucking finished Tom's set, fucking finished Nif's set.
Because you were on stage
basically all night.
For everyone's set, you were on stage.
Yeah,
you didn't give a fuck.
Then I had my set come, and it was all good, but I felt fine. Got a bit thirsty, asked for some water. I've only just been told now that somebody did give me some water, but I threw it out on everybody. But I got mad dehydrated and shit, and I started like blacking out a little bit towards the end of my set. Like I can't really remember a lot, but I just remember starting Wrist Blind as like a second encore or something. Like at this point I had no idea what was going on, so I was like, yeah, let's do another song.
Just
Like,
fucking standard.
yeah, and then like I don't know, about halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way through that, my brain just stopped and I just turned around and walked off stage. There's photos if you want to bring them up, I can send them to you. It's just like of me walking off stage and you can tell I'm about to have a seizure. And I just walk off. Don't know what happened after that. Had a seizure. Woke up. Everyone was trying to tell me I had a seizure and that. And then in the hospital, my girlfriend, she was like, oh, yeah, he had a fucking seizure and this and that. I was like, no, I didn't. Like, yeah, you did. Like, you fucking had
Bro,
it. I
you
was
were
like,
in a
fuck,
state, bro. By the time I
I was
left,
pissed off I couldn't go back and celebrate with the boys though, and that was like my main problem. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
What I didn't know, bro, is because
Still got
like,
blood on it from the
every
show.
motherfucker above anything, bro, all Louis songs, and especially with the feature with me on it, everybody knows fucking Wrist Blind. So like as soon as he like hopped off the stage, like halfway through, I was doing the whole. I did like half the song by myself and didn't even realize that this gun wasn't behind me. Like he didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Walked out the back like he was just about to have a ciggy and then dropped like to the ground, bro. Nearly hit his head, but Nifty catched him.
Shout out Nifty.
By the way, bro, your mum's on the phone on speed dial.
tell her to stop going.
No, that's alright. I'll look Did you want to talk to her?
Shout out
Hey, Nif's
Nifty.
mum, what's good? What's good? Yeah, I'll see you later on tonight.
Oh yeah,
Last night
that's
was
what
hectic.
are we gonna do? I'll train her. Yeah, no worries. Easy, bro. Alright, I'll see you later, baby.
Tell us a bit about the Wrist Blind music video, because I actually know that spot that was filmed, because I do a lot of music videos myself.
What is
I've
it,
actually done a couple there.
Yeah, Terra Nora.
Yeah,
Right,
the
in New South
abandoned
Wales.
country club.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Dude, we did not expect to be driving to New South Wales on that day. To be honest with you, like.
It's a pretty dope spot.
We went from the Big Brother fucking house being like fully taken down and shit like that.
Yeah, we were
Realizing
standing where the
about
Big
shit.
Brother house used to be, and we're like,
Really?
surely we're in the right spot. Eh? And then, no,
Turns out they
it's
ripped
gone.
that shit down like literally a couple of fucking weeks before like we rocked up to this point. So like we thought it would be a sick location as well. Like we planned to go down to Terra Nora too, but our main site was going to be the Big Brother house. But like, just fucked up, eh? Like, just
Yeah, like another thing was like it was literally like 40 minutes like away from like any sort of fucking store that we could get to for like water or anything. So the whole set, bro, we did not have any fucking water. And like pretty much after every single camera take we were doing, so you're getting a camera angle of like 3 minutes, and then you do another camera angle of 3 minutes like this way. Like and we're drinking hot champagne like straight out the bottle. I was fucking throwing up everywhere.
First take this cup throwing up,
And
bro.
we were fucking still fanning on, like, no motherfuckers be like, every single videographer that we've met, bro, has said, like, we've been off the downers, we've been off anything, bro, and we still be raging hard. Like, even at the Inside Roswell show, like, even in the middle of my set, through, like, intermission songs, right in between my songs, I was just running into the green room vomiting and then coming straight back and fucking being hyped as fuck, like, jumping out like crazy, bro.
Dude, when we
Motherfucker
were
full
at
of
Terra Nora, we spent so long there and we didn't bring any water or anything. So like by the end of it,
That
man,
was my
how
bad.
many hours do you reckon we were shooting for? Like
For
a
sure,
solid
six.
6 to 8 like,
hours, like
6 to 8 hours of just
It's a
like
full day.
proper energetic, like we were at a show.
it was
for
probably
6 to 8
only like
hours.
2 minutes downtime between like each take. Which
Yeah,
was so many
yeah,
fucking
But
takes.
by the end of it, it was pitch black, man, and
The
Data couldn't even move anymore, and he was just sitting in the middle of this
fuck that,
abandoned
bro.
fucking
Fuck
building,
that.
just like, yeah, you guys go, man.
Nah, I
you guys
didn't even
go,
care, bro. Most motherfuckers would be like, this is scary as shit, and I was sitting there just like, fuck that, because I took like 10 codeines in the morning, and then like...
We
didn't
also
even-
thought
didn't
we
even
weren't
eat
gonna be
any
able to get
breakfast.
home. Remember that? We fucking
Yeah.
got to the border, and they're like, "Oh, you need a border pass."
Yeah, fuck.
Oh,
We're like,
shit.
"Oh, what the fuck?"
And like,
we had the
Stewie...
fucking sort of borders pass like on the spot sort of thing with them and fucking.
Stewie's getting out of the car, bro, trying to walk up to these cops like slow as fuck, like with his hands up and shit, like thinking that these motherfuckers are gonna try and like point a gun on us.
'Cause they
or some
forgot
shit,
about us, bro.
fully-
Yeah.
These motherfuckers just like, nah, you're good to take off and shit. It was a big one.
But that was basically that video was basically that was us saying, you know, we've been here, but now we're fucking here. Like we're
Yeah.
ready to fucking this is the breakthrough kind of fucking. You know, the very, it's like the cover letter of our resume coming out to the fucking.
And honestly,
to the scene.
if we're breaking down like that song, bro, that is like the pinnacle of literally the middle of where me and Louis Verse first started like together. Like we first started on that fucking Voices song when we were like 3 days up, like on
You guys haven't
fucking
even heard
list
that shit.
amphetamine, fucking like so many fucking Xanax, like so many Xans, fucking to Pentadol, like fucking lean, like everything. We were just all fucking heaps of shit up for 3 days, cleaning the fucking house, fucking recording shit, and like we made this most just like fucking drug fueled song and shit, and that's from where we started, bro, all the way through to where Rockstar shit is, which we just like filmed before, which you guys will get to see, up to like Riskline, up to what we're about to release now, which is like fucking like, bro,
Insane.
just the levels, bro, that we've like leveled up is crazy. And like I have nobody else to thank but all these boys around me, because everybody here has fucking literally saved my life. From Louis' girlfriend to Stewie especially, bro, from like money problems. This motherfucker has always put on for me, bro, always helped me out with that shit. Louis, since the start, bro, has helped me with fucking everything. Uchi, he came along later, but like even just with the mental health and everything that was going on just then, bro, like we really connected real fast, and then like it's just like all love. Like I'm best friends with this motherfucker, no cap.
And speaking of mental health, can you guys go into a bit of the brand Feel My Pain?
Yeah.
Keen observer
I'll put this
would
up
notice
right
that we're
now.
all wearing it.
I'll put this up right now. So it all started out, like I started this brand out about 3 years ago. It started out like when Half Evil, Section 8 and all that shit started out. I would have been like popping off right now if it wasn't for like the crazy designs that I was doing and like without people knowing the quality of the clothing. And like, so basically this all started out like when I was actually in the ward at Caboolture, Ward A, and I started this shit and I actually cut Feel My Pain with a razor blade into my fingers, and then I got it tatted over me, and then I made this fucking mask that I was thinking about when I was literally like crying, like about to commit suicide, and I made this mask and it was called Feel My Pain, and I had a revolution of literally making this brand, and I started it up. And it was going crazy, bro. Like, people were fucking loving it at the start. It just wasn't really popping off with, like, how many sales and shit. And, like, it's just come a fucking long way since then, bro. Like, just,
Basically after that, like, me and so dated had a talk. And we were saying that, like,
names, bro.
Even though, like, he was coming with crazy designs and shit like that, what he was saying about, like, people not knowing the quality is, people don't, like, always look at something and just be like, oh, that design's sick. They do worry about the quality as well, especially from like local, like smaller brands and stuff like that. So we kind of just brainstormed that we're gonna he was gonna come at the scene with some more like designs that people could just wear all the time. Like, you know, a crazy design, everybody loves them, but like not everybody wears them all the time. So if you come with like a basic like box logo tee, like look at Supreme, man. Supreme makes
That's exactly
bro,
right,
look
bro.
at Supreme, like it's
And-
nothing. Like Supreme is nothing. It's a word on like a shirt, and everyone's like, bro, look at that
Those
shit.
guys literally
The
started
quality
off.
is insane. Though.
Like, those guys literally started out on like a fucking like a vintage t-shirt store in London and shit like that, and then they started working with Stussy, and then after that it's literally just the box logo on a fucking t-shirt. That's what I mean. So like Half Evil and things like that was like where the inspiration especially came from with like Feel My Pain. Because like I also see myself as like half evil. I don't like to see myself as like full 666 devil shit. It's like being right in the middle where I can like be like an angry motherfucker, especially where I was in the past where I was like slicing cunts up and I was running through houses and I was taking oxys every single fucking day and I was just doing fucking dumb shit. I was dealing, I was doing everything that I fucking could to make ends meet for my family, from getting kicked out of my house to living by myself. And then fucking just getting fucked over continuously with relationships and chicks and fucking just fucking around with all of that. And then being saved by these boys, because like these boys were actually like my plug back in the day when when I was buying Zans and all that shit. And then
We can cut that. We can cut that.
Honestly, we're not bugs
honestly,
anymore.
I'm telling a real story here. Like these motherfuckers, like I left like after I had obviously been brought from like this little crackhead cunt that we used to fuck around with like ages ago. Fucking put us on through to him, and fucking like. They like literally like, oh, this cunt's like style's like fresh as fucking shit. We should just get him to hang out and shit and all that. And like So then, like, I started coming around more often and then hanging out, and
He's
then
asking
like,
about Feel My Pain, bro.
yeah, I know. I'm getting more into that. I'm getting more into that. You know what I mean? And then like eventually, like I was just like that real like angry motherfucker that would sit in the corner and I wouldn't speak much and shit like that. And then I started taking more acid and shit with these boys, like especially
Mainly, you just
me
saw
and
that
Kai.
I was the
Me
opposite
and
of
Kai.
that kind. I was like the little
Bro,
hyperactive ADHD.
That's what literally
Can't
turned
sit
me into
still.
like this happy motherfucker that like most cunts think that is like completely insane. Like motherfuckers either come over to the 42 house and they like want to be there, want to be there forever and they fuck with us, or they get scared and they don't ever come back. That's just how it is. Because
we don't know why. We don't know
like,
why.
scared, bro. Because like me and Louis have a different energy to any motherfucker.
People
in this
got
scene,
scared
bro.
because homeboy was fucking smoking too much weed around them, bro. They were like, "Fuck, this guy's smoking a lot of weed. I don't know if we should be around him."
From everything, bro. From everything. But like, yeah, that's just like sort of how like everything from these guys saving me from my own house when I was living independently by myself on a casual job, and then losing the house because like the rental agencies and shit fucked me over.
Let's talk about that real quick. Like, this motherfucker was like, I barely knew him, bro. Like, I met him one time, I was geeked as fuck, and I don't even remember meeting him. And I was just making a song in the kitchen or in the fucking dining room or something.
Yeah, right in the middle of the
I didn't
dining
even
room
live
and
there properly at the 42 house yet. I was just crashing on the floor, man. And I was just making a song. Yeah, he'd come through. He's like, yo, bro, this is sick. And I don't remember any of that.
Do you guys all live together now?
Yeah,
Is it like a
we're-
big
Uchi
fucking-
lives south side. Basically, like, we met once and I didn't remember it. He came around again. I was like, yo, you're sick, bro. I'm Louis. And he's like, yeah, I know, bro. I met you. And then we were like talking a little bit. That's it, bro. Like, probably as much as I know you right now.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
how much I knew Data. And then fucking one day he's just like called up the boys or like said something, and he was like basically gonna kill himself because like he lost his house. He like was like lost like heaps of shit. You know what I mean? And he was just like, fuck this. Like, I got no start. Barely knew the motherfucker, drove over there with the boys, and we're like, you know what, dude? Get in the fucking car, get all your shit. I live in a garage right now. Bring your mattress. We're going to fucking live at my house. And like, and he was like, fuck no, bro. Like, I barely know you. I was like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm not gonna let you just die. Oh, okay, bro. You don't know. Fair enough. Catch you later, man. Have a good one. No, he fucking came around, bro. But this was fate because I just moved all my shit into the garage to live. He put his mattress on the floor, bro, and the washing machine's in the garage, right?
Yeah.
Mattress is on the floor, and all my studio shit's at the other end, and the fucking washing machine's here. He left the hose out of the washing machine, so it's on the floor, and we flooded the whole garage, bro. All my equipment would have been fucked up if I hadn't have let him come and live there because his mattress soaked everything up. Halfway through in the garage, and everything was dry where the studio
That's
was.
serendipitous, really.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It was
And
crazy.
like I especially like it's just like so like what do you call it, nostalgic for me going back to that point in time because I feel like that was the happiest point in time. Like I can listen to shit like Money Longer by like Lil Uzi and like Drop the Top like I've even been talking about with like Louis and shit because like those first like few weeks that I was staying, like even then, like the first few months to even like 6 to 8 months that I was living in that house with Louis in the garage and shit was probably like the happiest time of my life. Like honestly, like just the shit we were doing, even though we're
Because you
fucked up.
finally found
Exactly.
the 42.
But that's what I mean. But it's not just about that. It's just about like the friendship that we grew real fast because we found a connection that we were like both really like similar.
It's like yin and
what we
yang,
were
bro.
doing.
Like
Exactly.
we're so different, but we make the same like
sure,
idea.
for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
What advice would you give to kids or even young adults who are right now going through the same shit that you were
Don't
going
do
through back
drugs.
then?
Don't do drugs.
Exactly,
It doesn't help
especially prescription drugs, bro. Don't ever touch that shit. Don't
Smoke
ever
heaps
touch that
of
shit.
weed.
You can smoke weed.
Smoke
You can
heaps
smoke
of
heaps of weed. Don't listen to this guy saying that you should smoke weed. That's up to you. That is up to you. That's your
You
decision.
can smoke heaps of weed.
But let's get this straight, right? If you are alone with anything, bro, the only fucking thing you need to find yourself an outlet, and that's it. But don't make that thing drugs. Don't
Surround
make that
yourself
thing
with
drugs.
winners.
And don't don't make that things like self-harm. You can see my arms, bro. You can see how many scars I got on my arms. I got it all on my fucking arms. Bro, you don't want this shit. You don't want what we've been through. You want an outlet where you can make yourself happy, whether that be music, whether that be something, anything creative that you can put your mind to.
Because at the end of the day, the only one there is going to be you. For real.
Exactly. And you got a purpose. You got a purpose. Never fucking forget that you got a fucking purpose.
You just need to find
You're
that
here for a reason, bro. Why do you think you were born? I always thought that like my 18 years, like when I was 18 years old, like that my 18 years of given life was like a fucking burden to the unborn youth and shit. But like fuck no. Now I know that like even though I want to still like kill myself to this day, I know that like I'm supposed to be here for a reason, and like I'm pushing on for everybody else. I'm pushing on for all you guys, dead ass, to protect you guys from like all the mental health, and we all are here for you whenever you need, bro. DM.
And if you can't,
any of that shit.
yeah, dead ass. Like talk to us if you need to. This whole 42 movement and everything we do is about like just trying like. With Data's music, he makes you feel like you're not alone. Same with Uchi's music. And then with my music, it's like, now you're not alone, let's fucking rage, you know what I mean? Like, let's fucking be the best you can be, you know? And if you can't find your niche or your little path that you want to go through, then just, know that it's there. Know that your path is there. And in the meantime, let's fuck some shit up, like...
If I had any advice to youngins, it would be, like, if you need help, like, if you think you don't have your money straight, if you think that, like, you don't know what your direction is, if you want to talk to someone about how to get your money straight, how to budget, like, if your school isn't going to teach you, like, I'm happy to teach you how to do simple budgeting, how to work out a fucking break even for your life so you know how much excess you can start investing into other shit. You can still have money on the side to live lavish at the same time. Even on Centrelink and shit, people don't realise, they think they're dirt poor. We've all been through the exact same shit. There's a way to budget out of Centrelink budget to still do shit and still take movements forward. So if you feel like there's no direction, know that you're fucking wrong.
And like think about it like this too, bro. Like we ain't even like, you might be like watching this right now. You might think that we fucking got money and shit because of where we're sitting. We're all broke as fuck, bro. We're all broke as fuck except for like.
But we're rich with fucking ambition. You're gonna be rich with ambition.
Like, you watch us fucking. We're hungry for this shit, and that's why we're popping off with this 42 shit, because we touch all bases on entertainment industry, whether that be funny shit, to fucking covering, to mixing, to music, to fucking film, to everything, bro. Anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, like soon it'll be sex work too. You know what I'm saying? So feel my
Are we
pain.
still rolling?
Feel my pain.
Are we still rolling?
Feel my pain with the brand. We're gonna be selling dildos. We're gonna be selling all.
Feel my vein, bro.
Feel my vein. All sorts of kinds of like baby clothes to like lingerie to like women's clothes. We want to be able to give every audience what they want. So this brand is not just streetwear, bro. This brand is everything
Lifestyle.
to anybody. Whatever you want, custom, whatever you want, like anything, then you fucking hit me up and I got you with that shit, bro.
They'll even make you
Everything,
some
bro.
goddamn like drawing racks.
Exactly,
to
so
your kid,
whatever you need, whatever you need.
Okay.
I'll make you a wooden spoon to smack your mum with. You know what I mean? Like,
Hypothetical question.
Shout out, mums.
Stewie calls up the boys. He says, "Hey man, I can get you on a tour with literally anybody in the world. Anyone you want. Who do you pick? Who do you go on tour with?"
if it was anyone for me, bro, it would definitely be X. Well, X passed away. So like, if it was gonna be anyone right now, like I feel like it would be like fucking The Holiday or like Joe Kenji or like just like anybody that's from like internet money and things like that right now.
For sure.
Well like Uzi's fire at the moment.
Obviously, like all the greats,
Dom.
like all this fucking
Well, like-
Uzi and fucking Trippy and fucking everyone like that.
Of course.
Right now,
For
though,
sure.
Britney is free, guys. Britney fucking is in control right
made
now.
it. We made it,
Bro,
guys.
Can you imagine if you seen like the 42 boys putting on a tour with like Britney Spears and Kesha and shit like that? Like that's I need that Britney feature. Britney, I need that feature. Now that you're free.
And if you could have your music in a film, TV show, or video game, which one would you pick?
Music. What'd you say?
Like, if you could have your music in a film, TV show, or video game, what would you like to have your music on?
I reckon. Oh, it really depends, eh? Like if it was some like the movies these days. I'm not really fucking with movies these days. Like I like 90s, like 80s kind of movies. So if it was something like if we were doing like some sort of Pulp Fiction style movie,
That'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, obviously go that any day. But then again, if you just had your songs on NBA or something like that.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, guys, we are almost out of time, but I do have a couple more questions for you. Before we get to the last two questions, is there anyone that's not in this room that you want to give a quick shout out to? Your homies, maybe someone that's helped you out?
Shout out Ben, man. Benny is the owner of the 42 house, and most of us owe fucking everything to that motherfucker for just letting our dumbasses live there and yelling in his fucking house and shit like that, man. Yeah.
Apart from that, we also just want to like shout out the people inside of our fucking circle. I can say not inside of our circle as such, but like people that have fucking put us on and show us the fucking like the fucking love like that we fucking show them and that put us on. Fucking Stafford brothers that always looking after
Shout
our
out
mental
Stafford
health.
brothers.
Shout out Stafford
Fuck,
brothers.
that NRL
Shout out
crazy.
Filler. Shout out Filler for fucking
Thank you
putting
so
us on
much, bro.
for everything, bro, for everything. Fucking shout out fucking Kid Spyro, shout out Trilla Venice, shout out fucking all these boys that like are seriously wanting to work with us.
Shout out Alex from
Shout out
Backdock Arts,
Sombo.
man, for letting us fucking rage that hard, man. We're
100%.
sorry, Alex, but that's just who we are, bro. We know we broke some rules, but we'll be back.
Shout out some of the other guys in the scene
up.
too, like in Brizzy, like Nifty, fucking tear shit up. These guys have some energy there.
Camouflage Rose and
Camouflage
James Angus
Rose
for letting
in
us
the
use the
studio.
studio right now.
Fucking oath,
Tear,
man.
bro, boys. Tear, bro.
Cool and responsive fucking media as well.
Watch out for Tear Shit Up, man.
Tear shit up.
he's young and he's
bringing the
coming.
heat. He's bringing the heat, and we're fucking putting him on. Trust me, but like everything, bro. He's hungry, bro.
Group
We're
chat.
putting him on.
Watch out for group chat.
Bro,
Group
Cairo.
chat. He's
Cairo,
coming on.
fuck, there's so
Cairo's
many,
coming
bro.
on, bro.
You all know oh fuck, he's just everybody's like, there's such a hectic scene in Brisbane that nobody realizes. We
Little
just
Dime,
everybody
Little Dime.
just needs to push each other up because we're in this together. There's no everyone's all segregated right now in Brisbane. We need to come together so we can. One person goes up a step, we come up with them. That person goes out, and we just keep going.
And like, and as much as you're all gonna say and you're gonna think that like everybody else in the scene is like fuck them, fuck that, fuck this, fuck everybody. Nah, bro. Like you're all gonna be in like you're literally as soon as you come with us, we're gonna show nothing but fucking love. And if anything, you know, like we're literally gonna wanna fucking like put you on with shit that we got going on. You know what I mean? Like I'm the future to everything, bro. Like seriously. But
Facts.
I'm trying to say this with a straight face right now because Louis is basically naked.
Just hit
But
us, daddy.
yeah.
where do you guys see your careers 12 months from now?
Well, definitely, I see us doing this fucking Kid Leroy fucking opening,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
June 2022. That's where the fuck we want to be, bro.
Okay.
We got a show coming. Are we allowed to
13.
talk about that?
Yeah,
The
sure.
next one.
Yeah. We got a show coming. What is it? The 13th of.
Oh well, it depends on
November.
COVID and all that.
It's yeah. Depending on COVID, there's a show coming soon. It's gonna be mad sexy, mad emotional.
Yes.
This time Data is headlining, which he's gonna be there again.
Let's go.
I'm finna be there. I'ma try and not have a seizure.
And if me and
All of
Deja
that.
doing it, if me and Deja doing that shit, that no one could beat it.
See, this is like that also factor. That thing is like, especially we're trying to touch on the emotional shit. These motherfuckers are gonna be like, we're gonna have like next level crowd control with this shit, especially with the emotional stuff. Like, I'm gonna get motherfuckers to hold me up from my fucking ankles and literally let me walk on them like fucking Jesus, like I'm walking on water. Like, that's the kind of shit that I'm gonna be doing. Like, literally for this show. As soon as you got that mic in your hand, fuck everybody else. You're fucking the boss, bro. Like, you're the boss. If you're in the crowd, then you're a bitch.
Uchi doesn't talk much, but that's because he's capo gangster Italiano. Okay,
yeah,
just
12
know that he's fucking.
12 months from now for sure, like all of our current moves, our promotion, like from now all we've ever focused on is Brisbane because nothing else really fucking matters at the end of the day. You gotta be on your city before you're in any other city. But we're starting out branching features, like we've got features coming up with New Zealand, we've got features coming up Sydney, Melbourne, we're
New South
looking
Wales.
at really fucking spreading out to the other states and starting to build a platform for us to tour Australia and make Australia our new city, if you know what I
And
mean.
like we've already got like I've especially already branched out to America. Shout out Noah. Fucking I've been working with Noah. We've done a couple of tracks together, like that seductive type shit that we played into a strip club. That us. I fucking wanted to also, like, I forgot to shout out before I got to shout out my girlfriend Gian, like that she helped me through like a lot of this shit. And, like,
Now I gotta shout out my girlfriend.
Of course you got to.
Shout out all the girlfriends.
For real.
Yeah. Sweet, that's yeah.
Sweet. So the final question: what is the meaning of life according to the 42 crew?
You know what?
It's different for everybody.
Pure rage.
It's not even about that.
Pure rage for me.
Fuck you.
For me, it's pure rage because otherwise I just get too hung up on what life's actually about, and
It's just scary.
you know, as long as you're fucking doing what makes you happy without imposing on other people's shit, you know what I mean?
I feel like as long as you look towards like a purpose, I feel like anybody without a purpose or a goal is
just living.
Already
Exactly, bro. Fuck it. Just live your fucking life, bro.
Like,
Fucking
you-
live your life. You're gonna think that you're holding back on yourself, and that's what I've been doing for so many fucking years, and what we've been doing for so many fucking years. But what we gotta know is that if you just push yourself and you fucking just like make life your bitch, bro. Like literally just fuck the earth. Like
Even
you
with-
literally
even
just
with
stick
making-
your
even
dick
with making
inside of the
music.
earth, or fucking rub your fucking vagina all over the fucking earth, and literally just make it
Or
your
whatever
fucking
you
bitch,
have,
bro.
like
that
that's
us.
not anything,
Fuck
man.
anything else, bro. You just gotta make life your bitch,
Just
and
get
then
under
you
that
fucking
earth.
got it. You got it. You got it. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, I think we're going to leave it there, guys.
Wet
42
pussy.
crew,
Wet
thank you so
pussy.
much for your time. Keep an eye out on these motherfuckers because they're making big moves in the next 12 months. My name is Scott Bars. This is the 42 crew. Shut up and fuck. We'll see you next time. Let's go!
42 for life! 42!
Alright, cut that shit.
bro.
You! That was fucking... Dude, that was like the most hectic interview I've ever done.